So I have logged into the income tax website, and once you are in the website, you would go to e-file. Under the e-file, we have something called e-pay tax. This is an integration which the Government of India website is already built in, so that we can directly pay from the website itself. So if you see here, there are 5 different tax payment methods which are available. We'll go through that in step by step. However, I have created one for the purpose of demo, but let me go through that step by step. The first item you need to do is to click on new payment. So when you click on the new payment, you would be presented with plethora of options to pay. Let's say it's an advance tax, or let's say in case if you have to pay some demand payment as part of regular assessment, or a TDS on tax property. For the purpose of advance tax, we need to choose the first option about income tax and then click on that. This will take to the new payment gateway. So here we need to select the assessment year. So for example, if you're paying an advance tax for current financial year, so the financial year we are currently is in 2003-2004. So this belongs to the assessment year, which is 2004 and 5. So you need to select the assessment year option as 2004 and 5. So the site will indicate to you that you are filing this assessment of advance tax for the current financial year. And the payment, you need to select the advance tax as the payment head. And then can click on continue. So this would take you to a page where you have to fill in the tax, surcharge, assess any, and then if you are paying any interest. For example, let's say that if you are paying for the first installment period, then there will not be any interest. But let's say that you didn't pay any advance tax on June 15th and then on September 15th, but you're paying up the last installment date, let's say on March 15th, or then you need to collect even the payment of interest which is being levied. I have an advanced tax calculator which will help you to determine the amount of tax, surcharge, and cess which you need to pay. For the purpose of this example, I'll show you taking a typical amount, how do you need to enter. So once you arrive at the tax calculation, let's say you have to pay an advance tax of 50,000, I'll enter here, and then if there was surcharge of 1,250, and then if there was an educational cess, which is like typically 4%, but for the purpose of example, I'm taking that um, it comes to around 800 rupees or so. Then all these things will get added up, and then this will lead into the total amount being calculated. So once you enter the tax breakup, you'll be guided into the payment gateways. So if you see here, we have 5 different payment options, starting with net banking, debit card, pay bank counter, and then even a NEFT, and then a payment gateway. So when I looked at it, I'm really surprised that when you select even the other bank, there were around 17 banks which have been integrated to this gateway. So you can pay through any of these net banking gateways. And then alternatively, you can also use the debit card from any of these banks to carry out this transaction. So it is directly integrated. Once you enter the debit card details, once you select here, and then you get onto the debit card details, it will take you to the bank gateway and you pay that. Another option is to pay at the bank counter, but this is for people who are doing businesses. Let's say that if you're doing a business, if you're having a business income of more than 1 crore of turnover, then typically you can also use this option. So you have to register for this, and then go ahead and pay this challan as part of at the bank counter, and then come back and enter the subsequent transaction details here and finish it. And then there is another gateway which is called NEFT, which you're all familiar with. There is nothing to demo here. So typically it will take you to the banking gateway, and then you can do a NEFT transaction. One interesting thing here, I think this is not available a couple of years ago. I was noticing it when I was doing this year, is the integration with the payment gateways. For example, even the UPI is being integrated. So for example, it will, even if you're using any of these banking transactions, it will prompt you to use the banking UPI, or even you can use BHIM, and you can do an UPI based transaction. So once you select that, it will allow you to click on continue, and then when you click on continue, it will take you to the payment details page. Whatever pages, whatever you have entered in this financial year will be picked up, and then it will lead into pay now. So once you click on pay now, it will take you to the payment gateway and you can finish the transaction. So the point here is that it's quite simple, and any of these payment methods, once you use, will finish this transaction within a couple of minutes and then you're done. So thank you for watching. This completes the challan filing for advanced taxes. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.